Hi student, today's topic is magnetic Lorentz force. Okay, magnetic Lorentz force. So what this formula say, what this law say if there is a magnetic field, say this is the magnetic field. Okay, in this magnetic field, if a charged particle is projected, with certain velocity, okay, in a direction other than the magnetic field, then charged particle experience a force, and due to that force, charged particles moves in circular path. So what is the topic? Magnetic Lorentz force. Whenever a charged particle, it may be positively charged or negatively charged, is projected in a magnetic field, it may be uniform magnetic field or non-uniform magnetic field. But for the time being, we consider uniform magnetic field. So if a charged particle is projected in a uniform magnetic field with velocity v in a direction other than magnetic field, that means not parallel to magnetic field or not anti-parallel to magnetic field. Charged particle is projected in a direction other than magnetic field, then what happens? The charged particle will move in a circular path. Here we project the charged particle in the plane of the magnetic field. So why it moves in circular path? Why it moves in the circular path? The plane of the circle is perpendicular to the plane containing the velocity vector and magnetic field. That means if I project the charged particle like this, the charged particle moves a circular path like this. Is it clear? So when the charged particle is projected in the uniform magnetic field in a direction other than the magnetic field, it will move in a circular path. But what is the plane of the circle? The plane of the circle is like this. This is the plane of the circle. That means this is the plane of the circle. On this plane, the charged particle is moving. So since the charged particle moves in circular path, so it must experience a force. And that force, according to Lorentz, is given by F is Q V cross B. This force F is equal to Q V cross B. So since it is dot product, the direction of the force must be perpendicular to the plane containing the velocity vector and magnetic field. Okay? So therefore this is F is Q V cross B. Have you seen it? So in magnitude, F is Q V B sin theta. Why sin theta? Not cos theta, because cross product. আকৌ এবাৰ কৈছোঁ তোমালোকৰ কনফিউজন হ'ব পাৰে যে why this cross product comes, from where I come to know that this cross product. Actually this is an experimental law. This law is an experimental law. When I project the charged particle in this magnetic field, so this is the plane, plane of paper is the plane where velocity vector and magnetic field is there. So how does charged particle move? Charged particle moves in a circular path like this. Charged particle is not moving in this circular path. If it is in this circular path, it is the plane of the paper. Okay, it moves in a circular path like this. Is it clear? It moves in a circular path on this perpendicular plane. So therefore the force is F is Q V cross B. What is the direction of cross product of vectors? Can you remember? The direction of the cross product of two vectors is perpendicular to the plane containing the vectors. So therefore it moves in a circular path. So what is the magnitude? F is Q V B sin of theta. So this is called the magnetic Lorentz force. So in my diagram, so this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the xy plane. The charged particle moves in the, have you seen, this is the velocity vector, this is the charged particle, it moves making an angle theta with the direction of B. Okay? The charged particle moves making an angle theta with the direction of B. And what is the direction of the force? You see the direction of the force. The direction of the force is over the xz plane. Direction of the force is over the xz plane. So তোমালোকৰ অলপমান অসুবিধা হ'ব পাৰে কাৰণ it is very tough to draw the three-dimensional plane in a two-dimensional case. I mean, figure is like this. So this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. The charged particle moves like this. So direction of the force will be here on this plane. And this the direction of the force is like this. The charged particle moves in a circular path in this way. In this way. Is it okay? Next important condition, the case 1. If theta is equal to 0 or 180 degree. If theta is 0, what is the value of sine 0? What is the value of sine 180? Sine 0 and sine of 180 is 0. Therefore, f is 0. If sine theta is 0, sine 0, 0. Therefore, f is 0. That means, if a charged particle moves parallel to the magnetic field or anti-parallel to the magnetic field, no force acts on the charged particle. Since no force acts on the charged particle moves with constant speed along the direction of the magnetic field. If we project the charged particles parallel to the magnetic field, then what happens? Theta is 0, so sine 0, 0, f is 0. That means charged particle, since no force acts on the charged particle, it moves with a constant speed along the direction of magnetic field. If we project the charged particles anti-parallel to the magnetic field, then theta is 180. What is the value of sine 180? Sine 180 0, therefore f is 0. That means charged particle moves with constant speed opposite to the direction of magnetic field. Is it clear? So this is the first situation. Second one is very important, and this is the reason why I am saying initially. The charged particle is projected in a direction other than magnetic field. মই যেটা প্ৰথমতে কৈছিলোঁ যে charged particle is projected in a direction other than magnetic field. তাৰমানে if the charged particle is projected along the direction of magnetic field, no force acts on it. Is it okay? The second condition, if V is 0, তাৰমানে charged particle is stationary. I place the stationary charge in a magnetic field. তাৰমানে charged particle is rest in the magnetic field. If V is 0, F is 0. Why F is 0? Why F is 0? So what is F? What is F? F is equal to QVB sine of theta. So therefore, if V is equal to 0, F is equal to 0. F is equal to 0. Okay, if V is 0, F is equal to 0. That means magnetic field exerts no force on stationary charged particle. But one important point, মই ইয়াত তোমালোকক include কৰি দিওঁ. But if the charged particle is placed in an electric field, if a stationary charged particle is placed in an electric field, what is the force act on it? Force is equal to QE. That means electric field exerts force on stationary charged particle, but magnetic field exerts no force on stationary charged particle. So here আমি কি পঢ়িছিলোঁ, if V is 0, that means charged particle is stationary, magnetic field exerts no force. But if I place, say this is an electric field, if I place a charged particle on that electric field, then this charge is also at rest. Then what happens? Electric field exerts a force. What is force? F is QE. That means that the stationary electric field exerts force on stationary charged particle, and that force is along the direction of electric field. But magnetic field exerts no force on stationary charged particle. Okay? The second point, if theta is 90 degree, sine 91, so therefore maximum force act on it. That means when charged particle is projected perpendicular to the magnetic field, the charged particle experience maximum force, or magnetic field exerts maximum force on the stationary charged particle. Okay? So what is the direction of the force? The direction of the force can be defined from the Fleming's left hand rule. So this is my right hand, this is left hand, so this is. You stretch the first 3 fingers of your left hand in mutually perpendicular position. This is the forefinger, this is the central finger, this is the thumb. If the central finger represents motion of charged particle, central finger represents motion of charged particle, first finger represents motion of the field, then thumb gives you the direction of the force. I think it is already discussed in your class 10 physics, magnetic effect of electric current. Fleming's left hand, forefinger field, central finger motion of positive charge or direction of current. Then the thumb gives you the direction of the force. So this is one situation where what we have represented here. You just see cross means a magnetic field perpendicularly inward. So this is the cross. Cross means a magnetic field perpendicularly inward. Okay? So this is the charged particle. I project the charged particle with velocity v in this direction. Cross means magnetic field perpendicularly inward. So this is the magnetic field. This is the magnetic field. Okay? So how I have to hold the finger? This is the forefinger field, central finger motion of charge. Okay? So I hold the finger, say this is the charged particle. I project the charged particle like this. So you just see how I hold the finger. So this is the charged particle. It moves like this. So this is the central finger. So this is the forefinger field. Magnetic field is perpendicularly inward. Therefore, I hold the forefinger inside the paper. So this is the central finger. This represents the motion of charge or current. So this is the direction of and this is the thumb. The thumb is in this direction. Therefore, the force will be in this direction. If the force is in this direction, how the charged particle moves? The charged particle moves in a circular path like this. That means if the direction of the force is perpendicular to the direction of velocity, then what happens? It always moves in a circular path. Can you remember circular motion? Centripetal force. এবাৰ তোমালোকে সেন্ট্রিপিটাল ফোর্সটো ভালকে পঢ়ি চাবা এইচএস ফার্স্ট ইয়াৰত তেতিয়া বেছি ভালকে ক্লিয়ার হ'ব ওকে মই আকৌ এবাৰ কৈছো আমি থার্ড কন্ডিশনটো পঢ়ি আছিলো থার্ড কন্ডিশনটো কি আছিল ইফ থিটা ইজ 90 ডিগ্ৰী sin 91 therefore maximum force act on it okay and maximum force act and if the maximum force act what is the direction of the force can be determined from the Fleming's left hand rule okay so yet cross means perpendicularly inward magnetic field the magnetic field is like this is the magnetic field okay and this is the direction of motion of charged particle is projected in this way so what is this angle is 90 degree so in this situation maximum force act on it and what is the direction of the force can be calculated from Fleming's left hand rule forefinger field central finger motion of positive charge or direction of current thumb gives you the direction of the force since the force is like this so it will move in a circular path of like this okay so since it moves in a circular path so it requires centripetal force who supplied the centripetal force so this is the centripetal force F is equal to QVB sin of 90 sin 91 so this is QVB so this force exert the necessary centripetal force so what is the expression of centripetal force mv square by r can you remember mv square by r so therefore what is r is equal to mv by qb so what is r is the radius of the circular path so here magnetic Lorentz force maximum magnetic Lorentz force act it is QVB and it supplied a necessary centripetal force so mv square by r so therefore r is mv by qb that means radius of the circular path directly proportional to the momentum of the charged particle okay this particular equation is used in an apparatus in an instrument called the mass spectrograph Mass spectrograph is an instrument which detect isotopes, different members of isotope family. Isotope মানে মনত আছে নে আইসোটোপত কি হয় এটমিক নাম্বাৰ একে থাকে হয়নে মাছ নাম্বাৰটো ডিফাৰেণ্ট হয় এটমিক নাম্বাৰ একে থাকে মনত পৰে নে জেড ইজ কল্ড এটমিক নাম্বাৰ এ ইজ কল্ড দ্য মাছ নাম্বাৰ হয়নে এটমিক নাম্বাৰটো কি দিয়ে নাম্বাৰ অফ প্ৰটনছ দিয়ে চ' ই ডিফাৰেণ্ট মেম্বাৰ্ছ অফ আইসোটোপ ফেমিলি কৰে তাৰমানে ফৰ দ্য আইসোটোপ ফেমিলি এটমিক নাম্বাৰ সেম তাৰমানে প্ৰটনছ ইজ সেম নাম্বাৰ অফ প্ৰটন সেম চ' চাৰ্জটো একে থাকিব isotope have different masses, so mass will be different. If mass will be different, momentum of the charged particles different. Therefore, they will follow the circular path of different radii. Okay? This instrument is called the mass spectrogram. This is the mass spectrogram. This is the block diagram of a very small block diagram of mass spectrogram. Okay, this is a slit. Through this slit, I project a beam of isotope. They have same atomic number, that means same charge. They have the same charge, same atomic number means same charges. They are projected with same velocity. The beam of isotope is projected with same velocity. Velocity are same. In a perpendicularly inward magnetic field. In my beam, there are two members. One have mass M2, one have mass M1. M2 greater than M1. M2 greater than M1. So as a result, what happens? So it will follow the circular path of different radii. So I can separate the two members of the isotope family. So this instrument is called the mass spectrograph. Okay? Achha, what is the time to complete one circle? Here we discuss it moves in a circular path. What is the time required to complete one circular path? What is that time? So that time T is what is the path length? What is the path length of one circle? Twice pi r. With what velocity it is projected? It is projected with velocity v. This is twice pi r. So r is the radius of the circular path. So therefore, what is v? So what is r? R is mv by qb. V get cancelled. Twice pi m by qb. That means time required to complete one circular path is independent of velocity of the charged particle. Okay? So this is the expression of time taken by a charged particle to move in a circular path. This expression gives us the time required by a charged particle to complete one circular path in a perpendicularly inward magnetic field. This expression gives the time required by a charged particle to complete one circular path in a perpendicular magnetic field. Okay? But this expression is independent of velocity. You just see. In this expression, I project two charged particles having same charges and same masses. I project two identical charged particles. They have same charges and same masses with two different velocities v1 and v2. Okay, if v2 greater than v1, r2 greater than r1 from this expression, r is mv by qb. If v2 greater than v1, r2 greater than r1 because their masses are same, charges are same. Okay, if v2 greater than v1, r2 greater than r1, that means the particle which have larger speed moves in a circular path of larger radii, and the particle which have the lower speed, it moves in a circular path of smaller radii. But both of them complete the circular path at the same time. How is it possible? If the velocity is more, radius is more. Radius more means ki twice pi r is more. If velocity is more, radius is more. If velocity is less, radius is less. Therefore, time taken is exactly same. Okay? Time taken is exactly same. Is it clear? Next one. What is the dimension of B? What is the maximum force? Maximum force is QVB. So what is B? F by QV. What is the dimension of B? Dimension of force is m1 L1 t to the power minus 2. Charge is not fundamental quantity. Its dimension is A1 T1, current into time. This is velocity L1 T to the power minus 1. So this is dimension of B. What is SI unit? SI unit of magnetic field induction is called Tesla. Tesla, T-E-S-L-A, Tesla. So B is Tesla, F is 1 Newton, charge is 1 coulomb, velocity is 1 meter per second. That means magnetic field induction at a point is said to be 1 Tesla. If a force of 1 Newton act on a charged particle having charge 1 coulomb, moving with velocity 1 meter per second perpendicular to the magnetic field. Magnetic field induction at a point is said to be 1 Tesla. If the magnetic field exerts a force of 1 Newton on a charged particle having charge 1 coulomb, moving with velocity 1 meter per second perpendicular to it. Perpendicular to it means perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay? Next one. What is the work done by the charged particle? What is work done by the charged particle? What is work? Work means dot product of force into displacement. What is this force? This force is the magnetic Lorentz force. What is displacement? It is a displacement of the charged particle. So in this figure, so this is the direction of the force, this is the direction of displacement. What is the angle between them? 90. This is the direction of the force and this is the direction of instantaneous displacement. This is the direction of instantaneous displacement. This is the direction of force. This is direction of instantaneous displacement. What is this angle? This angle is 90 degree. If angle is 90 degree, cos 90 0, that means force is 0. That means the charged particle moves in a circular path in a perpendicular magnetic field. When a charged particle is projected in a uniform magnetic field in a direction perpendicular to it, it moves in a circular path. Since it moves in a circular path, magnetic field exerts a force, and that force is maximum under this situation. This force is maximum under this situation. F is QVB. But what is work done by the force? Work done by the force is 0. Work done by the force is 0. That means magnetic Lorentz force does no work on the charged particle. It does no force on the charged particle. Again, we know that work done is change in kinetic energy. So since work done by magnetic Lorentz force is 0, magnetic field cannot give any kinetic energy to the charged particle. That means charged particle cannot gain any kinetic energy inside a perpendicular magnetic field. Mako koisu, again I repeat the statement. When a charged particle moves in a direction perpendicular to uniform magnetic field, a maximum force acts on it. Due to that force, it moves in a circular path. Okay? And what is work done by that force? Work done by that force is 0 because direction of force and direction of displacement is 90 degree. Okay? What is work done? Work done is change in kinetic energy. Since work done 0, change in kinetic energy 0. That means inside the magnetic field, kinetic energy of charged particle cannot increase. That means a charged particle cannot gain any kinetic energy inside a uniform magnetic field. Because if it moves parallel to the magnetic field, no force acts on it. Or if it moves perpendicular to the magnetic field, maximum force acts on it. Okay? But maximum force acts on it. But what is work done? Work done 0. Since work done 0, what is change in kinetic energy? Change in kinetic energy 0. That means magnetic field cannot give any kinetic energy to the charged particle, or charged particle cannot gain any kinetic energy inside a magnetic field. So in order to increase kinetic energy of a charged particle, we can use only the electric field. Okay? Today I stopped here.